Thank you, Ms. Joseph Shuran, President and CEO of the Asia Society, distinguished trustees and members of the Asia Society, dear award winners, game changers, excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be with you this evening. This is a very meaningful event. As you know, this is one of the places where so many leaders were attending lunch or dinner, some meetings discussing all world's problems, starting from security, development, and human rights, and how they would be working to make this world better for all. I was thinking, looking at all these game changers, idea and activities, they should have seen the leaders, that there are so many committed leaders around the world, even though they may not be having titles of president, prime ministers, or ministers. I'm very much impressed and humbled to see some of them already. But I have read all the bios and activities in the materials, and I really thank for all those people who are and who will continue to work to make this world better for all. First of all, I would like to thank my good friend Joseph Shuran for her leadership of the Asia Society. In fact, I was reluctantly letting her leave United Nations. She made remarkable contributions to the United Nations when she was one of us, and she will always be part of the UN family. It's a great pleasure to join for me this evening. You have come together to celebrate an array of remarkable Asians. I think the world got the head start on tonight's ceremony with the announcement last week that this year's Nobel Peace Prize is shared by two remarkable Asians. Congratulations again to Kailash Satyarth and Malala Yousafzai. They give hope to people around the world struggling against exploitation, discrimination, and violence. They are also good friends of the United Nations. Both have brought their calls for empowering children to UN gatherings. The United Nations will continue to support their vitally important work. Ladies and gentlemen, these are difficult times for human family. We are living in a troubled world around the world. We face multiple crises, from the conflict in Syria to the outbreak of the Ebola. Too many innocent people are dying needlessly. Extremism is on the rise and tolerance is on the run. The United Nations continues to respond to global emergencies, but we are also keeping our eyes on longer-term opportunities. The year ahead will be a crucial period for shaping the future development agenda and taking a decisive action on climate change. Asia has a leadership role to play across this agenda. Asia is a center of innovation and economic dynamism. It is thanks to Asia's robust economic growth that the world can say it has successfully achieved Millennium Development Goal of cutting poverty in half. An Asia on the rise means a world on the rise. That much Asia has a great role to play for world peace and development. I'm proud, personally, to be a son of Asia. But I'm not blind to the region's challenges and problems. 2/3 of the world's poor live in Asia. Hunger, pollution, gender violence, and inequality remain widespread in Asia. Too many people are being left behind. There are also other worrying challenges, including competing territorial or maritime claims, the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, backsliding in democratization, the curtailment of human rights, and the rise in religious intolerance and ultra-nationalism. I hope that Asia's people and governments will not do anything that would put at risk the region's hard-won prosperity and stability. In here, the Asia Society can play a very, very important role. And I really count on the members, not only members of the Asia Society, but all distinguished guests sitting in this hall will be very much committed in working together with Asia Society in addressing all these common challenges, thus bringing peace and stability and well-being to the world's people. I hope that all will pursue democracy, protect the human rights, and advance development that is centered on people and protect the environment. All of us in all regions must make the wise investment in decent jobs, health, nutrition, education, sustainable energy, which are among the 2 pillars of peace. That is what the Asia Society's Game Changers Awards are all about. From the environment to e-commerce, from the arts to academia, from the sciences to social development, we see Asians helping Asians and building a better world. Mr. Jack Ma, the Society's Game Changer of the Year, is not just an innovative business person, but also has a growing profile as a philanthropist and global citizenship. I look forward to working with him even more to support the United Nations causes and turn entrepreneurship into global public goods. I congratulate all of tonight's award winners for their contributions to advancing human well-being. I congratulate tonight's award winners for their achievements and for helping to improve the human condition. The world today faces far more man-made crises than natural calamities. While we cannot control the mother nature, we can draw on our wisdom to end violence, poverty, and discrimination. That is our political and moral responsibility before the world's people. I count on all of you, ladies and gentlemen, the award winners and global citizens here tonight to show the leadership and wisdom we need at this time of deep and pressing challenge. The United Nations and I personally are determined to answer the call. And I thank you very much for your leadership. Thank you.